guest is Chief Mel Standing Eagle, and he will share his visions of the future that echo Native American prophecies preserved by the Hopi, Lakota, and the Sioux, foretelling a new era for humanity and the rise of the Rainbow Warriors. I want to hear so much more about this. These spiritually awakened individuals, drawn from all cultures, were foreseen to emerge during a time of global crisis to restore Mother Earth's balance and harmony. Chief Mel Standing Eagle has served as a peace chief in South Carolina since 2009, and he continues the work by Dr. Robert Ghostwolf, collaborating with tribal elders from around the globe and with others to restore the earth as creator had planned. He is recognized for his work with the First Nations worldwide. His book, A Life Most Magical, contains lessons that offer valuable insights, helping each reader become more aware of what happens in their own life and how it unfolds on a path to their own future. So make sure you get his book. You'll be able to get it at the new, beautiful Body and Soul Expo that's going to take place on October 26th. His book is called A Life Most Magical. Welcome to the show, Mel. Great to have you.
Thank you, Bruce. It's my honor to be here. And why would you be having someone of Native American descent at Mind and Soul? Well, I'm going to answer that. A little bit about me. I am Mate. That means I am both Native American and of European heritage, and I'm proud of all my heritage. Everything that we do is connected. Everything, everyone on this earth. And I never envisioned my life being where it's at now, walking the path that I'm walking, carrying one of the most sacred bundles. This here is from the Hopi. It has Mayan origins. The chanupa, the peace pipe inside, is all of Mayan markings. And I am the first to be carrying that here. And at Tanasi was a coming together of world leaders across the world. There was presidents, there was kings, there was ambassadors. And I was honored to be able to do ceremony with them and to do the closing ceremony for the consecration of the rain coming out of the Rainbow Warrior tribes around the world. So we're made up of First Nations literally everywhere. And our focus is coming together and working on the commonalities that we all have. And having worked with Daniel Brinkley for the last 46 years and traveled with him, so we pretty much think as one. So I know what he wants, he knows what I want, and it's an excellent team. And Creator's got a sense of humor, how he weaves things together and these things that make us stronger. So in the Native American world, we're also looking at a major healing. We're looking at healing of the earth, healing of our bodies and of our spirits. And to do so, we have to look at those things that are sacred and the commonalities that we have amongst each other worldwide, including the animal kingdom, including the plant kingdom, because we are the most destructive creatures on this planet. We've poisoned the oceans, we poisoned our rivers and our streams, and it is now up to us to clean up. So we're at a time of change, great change coming, and we're going to see more of this coming. We're hearing about Atlas 3 and all of those things that are trend. And so a lot of this fits in with the native prophecy. And I had no idea how my personal bloodline was woven into it till I heard from Sasha Stone and General Baker and the others, and my family tree and the various prophecies and how it was woven together. And then I started looking at the spiritual nature and how each of these things connected. So I hope that we will have a better understanding amongst all people, that we can work together to help clean up. And it's little things, Bruce, everything from volunteerism. This is something Daniel and I have preached for years at the VAs and all. Working in your local communities. I have rescue parrots here. And I've worked with one of the largest rescues in America that handles pets for our veterans while they're deployed at no charge. So I've been working with them for a number of years. Cats. I've got feral cats running around here, and somebody forgot to tell them they're feral because they like to be petted now and all of those. So when you start doing these things, it starts healing. Our soil is so polluted, and I'm glad to see Florida's making changes to fight all that stuff that's going over the cloud seeding and all that, because it's driving heavy metals and toxins upon the soil. And everybody that thinks they're eating organic food are sadly mistaken. Unless it is grown in a controlled environment, there is no way it is totally organic with all the heavy metals. So what we must do, we must come together as First Nations and people and individuals. And First Nations is everybody that walks this planet, by the way. We're all First people. So it's up to us to plant things in our yards and our gardens to help cleanse. Things like sunflower. Sunflower strips the toxicities out of the ground. Hemp. First Nations need to get back into the business. When Ronald Reagan wanted to do something for the Native American people, and he realized that the United States could never repay them for all the damages and all the thievery that went on in the treaties, he tried to find a way to help amends, and that's how the casinos came about and the licensing of them. The sad thing is, it's turned Native Americans away from the ancients and the spirits and the things that they were taught, as it has done in other races, because it's all been watered down. So we've lost our path with Creator and our connection. So this is back to our soul, our inner, and what we do to make that difference, and us cleaning up our environment, cleaning up the water. These little things are going to start to make a difference. And when we start doing it on a global, and I was raised the son of a hellfire and brimstone Southern Baptist evangelist. So with all that instilled in me, someone great once said, where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, I'll be in the midst. And also prayer and breath. We post every week on Danion's group our flashpoint. And the flashpoint every week has to do with breath and the sacredness of that breath. And I'll be talking about that when I come to Florida, and how it affects us, our healing, and the other things that relate to us and that around us. And when 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, that prayer is multiplied, and that frequency and that energy and everything that we do goes on and on and on. So it's up to us to step forward and to be that change.
That's wonderful, Mel. You know, my wife and I have contributed pretty well to what you were talking about earlier. You know, we adopted our daughter out of Honduras 21 years ago, and she's with us to this day. She's going to college, and she's a beautiful, beautiful young woman, inside and out. We've rescued 2 dogs. One, unfortunately, passed on a year ago, but now we've come on to another rescue that reminds us so much of our Brady, and her name is Lexi. And then, you know, whenever we can, we go and clean up the beaches, go on beach cleanups. So my mind is very much in doing whatever I can to help clean up the world and to do the best that we can for people and animals. And I know you're doing the same. You're going to be here. Daniel is going to be speaking for 2 hours. And I know he's not going to get all those 2 hours, not if you're around. So
I'm taking a chunk of it.
You're going to open for Daniel at 7 o'clock. And as people can see, your message is beyond valuable, because it's everything that you're saying is what we need to do to get back to who we really are and who we came to be. And so that's why your messages of body and soul are going to be so important to everybody.
Thank you, Bruce. I'm so happy to be there and be part of your Body and Soul Expo. and look forward to meeting some friends. I've already heard some that are traveling in, and anybody that's watching this interview, come join us. And I promise you, between Daniel and I, you'll get the best hugs you've ever had in your life.
Oh yeah, I'll vouch for his hugs and his sense of humor. Daniel has the funniest sense of humor. He could be very. I don't even know how to say it. You can't label his sense of humor, but he is just the most lovable person on the face of the earth. And if you've been around him for 46 years, you're right there, right beside him.
Well, my wife was there, for whatever this is worth. My wife was there when they covered him up under the sheet the very first time. I drove him to the hospital the third time. And something you might find interesting, obviously I wasn't as bad as Daniel, but I've been hit by lightning twice too. I got hit by lightning, then Daniel got hit by lightning, then I got hit by lightning. Oh, and then my wife got hit by lightning.
Jeez.
And then in 2023, in front of a bunch of witnesses at a wedding, Mel got hit and went flying through the air.
Oh my God.
So I was told I was a zombie for about a week because I don't remember any of it. Don't remember the wedding. I do remember the beforehand, but so together it's a lightning experience between the two of us.
Unbelievable. Just the other day when he did my interview, my podcast, I said, Danny, it's just something that doesn't make any sense to me. How could you have been dead for 27 minutes? How is it possible for someone to be dead 27 minutes and come back? He says, I don't know. I wasn't there. You have to ask the people that were at the hospital.
Well, I'm going to tell you that on behalf of my wife. They had rolled him, and this was not in the movie. He made her keep her name out of the book. The third book, he did list us. And then second edition, it was out because my wife started having people coming at her, and she's a very private person. But they had toe tagged him, literally, signed a thing, and they had rolled him out of the ER into the hallway where the elevator that takes you down to the morgue. And Alice was out in the hall. The doctor was still talking to Papa Brink, and his hand fell out from underneath the sheet. Now, if you recall, he was telling the doctors about everything they was talking about in the conversation they were having because he wasn't in his body. But when his hand fell out from underneath the sheet, my wife just instinctively reached down and grabbed his hand to put it back under the sheet. And the moment she did that, that yanked him back into his body. And he mumbled, "Don't let go of me, Alice Ray, I'm on fire." And that's when Tommy and everybody started screaming, and they come right out and rolled him right back in. Wow. So that's the back side of the story that most people's not heard.
Well, this is going to be one exciting evening event. Folks, the way to see Daniel, you have to go to our website, bodyandsoulexpo.org, and click on tickets. And, there's daytime tickets, and then there's nighttime major keynote speaker tickets. Make sure that you click on the evening tickets, which start at $50. Then there's the VIP evening tickets that start at $99. And with that ticket, we'll get you right in the front row, and we'll make sure that we get your pictures taken with Danny and Mel, and they'll sign them. So make sure you do that. I don't know how much space will be left. Don't wait until the day of the event. I would really look into buying those $99 tickets now. And that will allow you full access to the entire expo, all the vendors, all the daytime speakers, and then the nighttime speakers. And then you'll be able to get your picture taken with them. And you'll buy their book, and you can sign. They'll sign the book there. So it's going to be an amazing, amazing event. And I'm so glad, Mel, that you and Danny are coming down. We almost got disappointed. We almost couldn't make it, but because Danny is such a loving guy, and we've known each other for 30 years, he did everything he could. Yeah, you twisted his arm a little bit. Thank you, Mel. I appreciate it. But listen, we're going to have a great time. And of course, you're staying over the next night. and we're going to do some filming. I'm going to have some producers here that are going to film Danny, and they're going to film Eric Pearl for their next movie. So it's going to be one exciting opportunity after another, starting on Sunday, October 26th. So, Mel, thank you so much for coming and spending this little bit of time with us. It was just a short little intro for people, and I thank you for being here, and we'll look forward to meeting you in person.
Get them hugs in 2 weeks.
Very exciting. Bye-bye, everybody. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.